Good evening, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? Y'all, excuse me. Kind of feel a little under the weather, but hey, we're gonna keep it going anyway. But this is Leonard Miles, aka 2 Degrees in the CDL, coming live from Cape Girardeau, Missouri. It's been a long day today, so I'm not gonna be on here too long. But one thing I do want to talk about, um, not only today but just for this week in general, is um, truckers being financially responsible. I came across this video from this gentleman, Orlando Minor, who I follow, and he's just talking about one thing that I see a lot of truckers. I see a lot of trucker channels, and the first thing I may see as a thumbnail is how trucking changed my life, but it's like brand new cars. It's like two or three different cars, and I'm like, man, like, how are you really able to, afford that, and I'm not pocket watching anybody's pockets, but if you have two or three cars and you have notes on them, you don't own the car outright, that's just going to continue to have you on that hamster wheel of debt. A car is a depreciating value. So, and if you're in the truck more than you're in your car, how's that really working for you? You can't drive everything. Some people are on the road 7 to 10 days, some 2 or 3 weeks. Even if you're regional, I mean, you're still out, a few days. And even if you're local, some days can be longer than others. So, do you really feel like you need that brand new car? I mean, you have to really ask yourself that question. Um, and to each his own. I just know that I don't want to see any more videos about, there's no money in the trucking industry when I can go to your page and I can see you got all these new cars, you got the Hellcat, you got the Charger, and all this other stuff, but then you're complaining about, you know, you don't have any money. You gonna take the car back? Or is that too much like right? Eh, you know, I ain't gonna get all into that, but I'm gonna let this gentleman right here do most of the talking. I'll stop it a little bit, but for the most part, I'm gonna let Mr. Orlando Minor take it away. And that's the biggest thing right there, knowing that you can't afford it. If you make $100,000 in trucking and then your car is the same amount that you make or is 120, that makes no sense. You're going to continue to be a slave to debt. Why not get a $50,000 car? You know, what is it about the brand new car that that's so appealing? I mean, I understand, the new car smell. I've never had a new car myself, so I can't really relate. But, you have to think about it, the car note, the insurance, with that alone, you could be paying over $1,000 a month for something you don't even own yet. As long as you still paying the note and you don't have that pink slip in your hand, that title, you do not own it. But let's continue. And I'll be dropping the link down to this video in the description. I'll make sure I drop his YouTube name in the title description as well, so you all can go and subscribe. Like I said, he's definitely very insightful with finances, period. He specializes in real estate, but he definitely knows his numbers. He definitely knows his stuff. Y'all make sure y'all check him out.
Yes, a newsletter that will give you tremendous value. All you have to do is click the link in the description or the pinned comment, and you're in. Guys, it's free. You cannot beat this. You cannot beat free. Tell me, where can you beat it? You can't. Americans can no longer afford their cars. Who saw this coming? I just don't know. I don't know. It's a surprise. It just jumped up on us that, used cars were at the highest that they were, that new cars were at the highest that they were, that interest.
Let me speak on the used cars. Like I told you all before, I never had a brand new car. Do I plan on getting one in the future? Who knows? I just know right now it's not lining up where my goals are. So, for instance, my main thing is, to get out of consumer debt, so I can be able to, have a much more flexibility to, purchase a home one day in the future. So, last month, around the 27th, or matter of fact, it was the week of Christmas, I got into a car accident, and I totaled out my '05 GMC Yukon. And I didn't get much back from it because it was an older model vehicle. But what I did with that cash, money that I had saved up, I went and just bought me a pickup truck outright. And guess what year it was? A 2005 Dodge Ram with 160,000 miles on it. And I just, like I said, paid, like $5,000 for it. So, for me, what does that do now? I walk away with no note. I don't have a car payment at all. And I know it's a '05. I know some people are like, man, that's a '05, but my goals are my goals. So it's just one of those things for me. It's like, hey, like, I'm willing to make that ultimate sacrifice, in order to get where I really want to get long term. And like I said, I'm just, sharing these videos with you all, and, just hoping that, it'll be the same connect, because like I said, we make a lot of money in trucking, and as fast as it comes, it can go fast as well. So like I say, let's just continue to just make better decisions. But let's continue to play the video.
For those cars were at the highest that they were. And you could have saw, there's no data or no videos that told you guys, look, slow down on the car buying. How about you put your money in an emergency savings account and don't spend it all on a depreciating asset? Yes, an asset when you drive it off the lot, it loses 30, 40, 50.
Anthony TV talked about those savings accounts yesterday. He actually made videos about it. Traveling trucker, like, he's made videos about investing your money, putting your money away, saving it, because you just don't know. Don't be buying foolish things.
Percent of its value, and some of you guys even went further than that. You guys paid more. That's right, you guys paid more than what the car was worth. What? Are we buying houses now in the form of cars? You're buying a depreciating asset and you're paying more for it? That's true. The math don't make sense. The math ain't mathing, guys. Put it in the comment section. Tell me how this makes sense. For decades, car owners have been a trademark of American lifestyle, with vehicles becoming symbols of freedom, independence, rebellion, as well as a necessity. But in 2024, the country's legendary love story with automobiles appears to have reached a crucial point of potential no return, as cars have become unaffordable to millions. Again, guys, this isn't a surprise. Look, let's be honest, right? You can go to a car dealership right now, and you can try to go in and buy a $10,000, $15,000 car. Remember those brand new cars that were $10,000 to $15,000 that you can do? But nobody wants. Come on, in this day and age of Instagram, YouTube, social media, nobody wants those cars. Come.
I'm gonna stop it right there, because he made an interesting point. Social media is a big influence on, what people do on a day-to-day basis. I definitely was one that, saw people on social media, have things that I didn't have. And of course, when you're in a point of your life when, you're a have not, it's like, all right, they got that, I can get it too. But at the end of the day, you gotta have money to get, you know, certain things like the fancy cars and things like that. A lot of stuff is, is superficial, and you realize down the line that the stuff that those people got, they really couldn't even afford it, from the beginning. So so it's like, man, you're really living your life as a facade. And at the end of the day, that's not that's not gonna work out in your favor. And they always say, when people show you who they are, man, believe them, man. The grass is not always greener. And at the end of the day, it's 2024. You should be having a different mindset now than what you did back then. So a lot of the spending and everything that you were doing as far as like these cars, you know, who's to say that something won't happen on your job? And I'm not wishing that on anybody, but who's to say that things won't happen? Do you have enough money to pay that car note still? Do you have enough money to pay that house note still? Any bill that you have, any type of consumer debt that you have, do you have enough money to pay the bill? But we're just specifically talking about cars. And I'm not going to play the rest of this video. I am going to drop the link to the video in the description so you all can go and check it out. But yeah, getting the new cars, like I say, right about now, if you see the interest rates, like I said, it's ridiculous. Some of you all are paying mortgage notes as car notes. I've seen videos where people are paying over $1,000 a month for a car note, a truck note. And we're not even talking about insurance. We're not even talking about insurance because you got to have full coverage insurance on a brand new car until you own it outright. So let's make sure we just make better decisions overall, truckers. But y'all let me know what you think. Make sure you check out Mr. Orlando Miner's channel. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know if you agree with what I had to say or disagree. Leave some comments. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to give me some rest. And we'll do another video tomorrow, continuing with the staying on the finance piece. But until then, y'all have a good night.